Good afternoon, guys. It's Working, bringing you a quick update on STEAM. Hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. We're looking at STEAM to Bitcoin 4-hour chart on Bitfinex. And last time we spoke, guys, STEAM was operating right up in this zone here. I told you that it looked like it was getting ready to move. It was getting squeezed, but this ascending support line here and this support, this ascending support line here and then this resistance line here at about 13.1K Satoshi right here, guys, getting squeezed into that corner. And I told you that it was either going to break up or end up breaking down. Of course, we did see it. We have seen it since break down. Price broke down, came back up, tested this area, strong rejection, and then just broke right back down. As I told you guys, if price did end up breaking down, the area that I would expect it to come to would be right here, which it has as of right now anyway, sitting at about 12,000 Satoshi, somewhere thereabouts, 12.1 thousand Satoshi. Now, if I zoom out here to the daily chart, we can see, guys, that we showed you this last time. This looked like a decent, right in here, looked like a decent demand zone. In other words, it looked like there are still some buy orders that are sitting in here, guys. We can see price came down, wick, 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 and then just broke right up, telling me that there should be some unfilled buy orders here. That being said, we are entering that zone here, guys, and we're getting no major reaction at all. I would have expected if we get to the bottom of the zone without any major reaction, guys, that's going to be a rather bearish sign. As long as we can hold, however, as long as we can hold above this 12,000 to 12.1 thousand Satoshi, as long as it holds above that support, guys, we may get a strong bounce. That may at least temporarily be a sign that price is going to either consolidate on here or possibly have a nice bounce. If I come over here and look at the 4-hour, pardon me, guys, look at the 4-hour MACD. Let me just zoom out here. We can see, let me come on, zoom out here so you guys can see a little bit better. We can see on price, what do we see from point to point? Obviously, price created a lower low. If we come here on the MACD, what do we have? We have a slightly higher low. Let me kind of zoom out here so you can see it a little bit better. So that is positive divergence. That is some slight, very slight bullish divergence on the 4-hour MACD, suggesting this might be coming towards a temporary bottom or sideways consolidation. If I come over here to the hourly, what am I seeing? Again, point to point, we have a, let me get it right on there, we have a lower low. If I come point to point on the hourly MACD, what do we have? We have a higher low. So again, positive divergence, bullish divergence, suggesting that price might be starting to either bottom out or at least consolidate sideways for a short period of time. Now, I'm not seeing that on the RSI. So we aren't getting confirmation, and usually on any kind of divergence, especially if I'm going to trade off of it, I'd like to see confirmation on both the MACD and the RSI. We're not seeing that divergence on the RSI, which makes me a little skeptical that price could break down. And if price does end up breaking down, guys, there's a very good chance it's going to come down to this 11,000 Satoshi somewhere in this demand zone down here, and this would be a very good buy for STEAM. If it does get to this area, and I'm not saying it's going to, but if it does, this is a must-buy zone for STEAM. Somewhere between, I would start laddering in buys about 11,000 on going all the way down to either, depending on how low you want to go, ladder your buys from 11 to 10,000 or 11 to 5 or 11 to 10.5 with a nice stop loss at around 9.8, something like that. But guys, if this does break down, like I said, there could be a very quick drop. There is a little bit of support right into this zone. It's kind of this little order block area right here. That price could stop sitting at somewhere around 11.4 thousand Satoshi, somewhere thereabouts, guys. But that does not look like a real strong support. And I think there's a good chance if this does break down, as I said, we're going to come down to this demand zone down here. Looking at the moving averages, we can see that price, the Bollinger Bands and moving averages. We can see this is on the 4-hour. We can see price is starting to stretch down here, hitting the bottom of the Bollinger Bands here, suggesting again that we might find support, either consolidation or a decent bounce here very shortly. We can also see, though, however, that if we come out here on the daily, we're not quite seeing that. I'm going to zoom out here, guys. If we come out here on the daily, price still has plenty of room to drop to the bottom of the Bollinger Bands here, suggesting that, again, we might get a temporary bounce and then a continuation to the downside. If you are wanting to enter a position on STEAM, again, this would be a risky play, expecting a bounce right here. The fact that prices come in here without any major reaction at all as of yet, it means that we may not have seen bottom. We are starting to hit that support zone now. We just got a small little bounce here right here, guys, but nothing major, nothing impulsive, and we're going to have to wait and see if this support holds. Personally, I'm not trading STEAM at the moment. I'm going to wait and see, and if price does end up breaking down, I'll take advantage of the of the price at this lower level, starting at about 11,000, going to about 10.5, even as low as 9.8 thousand. Somewhere in there would be a decent buy for STEEM. Anywhere in that zone, in my opinion, would be a decent buy for STEEM. That being said, I'd have a very tight stop below this because we know that STEEM is tied to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks down, STEEM is going to break down possibly to much lower prices. Even 8,000 Satoshi, somewhere thereabouts, would be a possibility. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it there. To the upside, if we do have a nice little bounce, guys, I'm looking at a retest of this 13.1, 13,100 Satoshi. This retest up here would be a decent area to expect a decent bounce. If it can get back above this 13.1, guys, that's going to be a very bullish sign. But I don't see that happening anytime soon, at least not the way this chart is looking right now. As I said, guys, last time we spoke, if it did break down, I told you it'd break down to this area. Fortunately, that's the way it went. And right now, we just want to see if this does hold. If we start moving sideways, getting some decent consolidation sideways, at that point, I might consider entering a position, expecting it to bounce very nicely off this 13.1. It all just depends on how it acts there. But in the meantime, guys, I'm staying on the sidelines, watching for a possible breakdown to this demand zone. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it there, guys. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please let me know in the comment section below. As always, I would appreciate an upvote, re-steam, or a like. Until next time, guys, please trade safe. Take care of yourself. This is Working. Signing out.